Hey everybody, what's up and welcome to Pondering podcast. I am your host, Apostle MB, and I am delighted to have you joining with me on the podcast this morning, on this Monday morning. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I'm so honored to have you back as you're preparing yourself for whatever time it is that you'll be listening to this podcast. I hope that you're thus far having a great day, an exciting Monday, and ready to face whatever challenges and whatever blessings that comes your way on this week. Listen, check this out. I've got a topic I want to talk to you for just a few moments about, and my topic is you are a champion. You are a champion. You know, this weekend and I think the latter part of the last week and the weekend, we've been seeing, this is the Olympics times, and we've been seeing representations of, I won't say the elite, but the top contenders in different sports arenas. That's over in Tokyo, Japan, representing. And of course, we have from all over the world, many different countries, including the United States. And if you've been on top of that, it is somewhat of an honor to see those in the different arenas of sport competing with other countries and other people. And it's amazing, and it's exciting. But I just wanted to just kind of, as I was watching this off and on and checking it out, the Lord just kind of spoke to me that, there are many champions. We see here on the TV of these individuals, and when this is over with, they will be honored. They will be, receive recognitions and all of that other stuff of their competitions and their victories. And the victors will come out and they will be honored. And it is very prestigious and a very honorable thing to represent your country and to represent your sport. But the Holy Spirit just shared with me that there are so many unnamed, unrecognized champions, that there is a champion in you. And every one of us has a champion in us. We have that ability. We have that power to be that. So today, I just want to remind you of who you are, and that you are a champion. We all face things in life, and if you're not careful, those things that you face, ladies and gentlemen, to be honest with you, will get you down. If you honestly be honest with yourself, those things that you face, they will get you down. And most of the time, it's because you're looking at it from the eye of the natural, or the natural eye. You're looking at it naturally and not spiritually. See, your situation may seem hopeless naturally, and it also may seem hard to overcome if you look at it through your own eyes. But today, I want you to stop looking at it from your eyesight. I want you to quit looking at it from your eyesight, trying to accomplish it by your power and by your ability, whether you try to think it out or whether you try to fight it out or talk it out. Quit looking at it from that perspective and start looking at it from the eyes of God, or the way God sees it. See, anything that you're challenged with, God will never allow you to get anything if he don't already know that you're going to win. The problem is, most of the time, is we are not convinced that we're going to win ourselves. So God wants you to see it. He wants you to see it in a different perspective. Now, in order to do that, you got to see yourself as a champion. The champion that you are. Will you just say with me this morning, those of you that's watching, that's listening, say with me, I am a champion. I am a champion. So what is a champion? A champion is a person who fights or speaks for another person or in favor of a cause. I am a champion. A champion is a winner. And ladies and gentlemen, winners win. A champion is a winner, and winners win. I'm getting ready to wrap it up. So in order to be that, guys, a winner, what a winner does, or what a champion does, is that champion defies the odds. They defy the odds. Listen, everything is stacked against you. Sure, you may be piled knee deep in bills, and your bills are not, your income is not equaling or overcoming the outcome. But listen, you're still a champion. You may be faced with a health situation, and the doctor's not giving you a good report, or not even giving you a good outlook, but you are a champion. See, when a champion, the description says, Webster says, is one who fights. And ladies and gentlemen, it really don't have anything to do. I was watching these Olympics, and these are the elite, if you would, from all nations, and they're coming against. And listen here, but the faster one, the stronger one, the skilled ones comes out on top. That's in the natural. You've got to be able, ladies and gentlemen, that when you get into a fight, it's all about the mindset. It's all about the mindset. To defy the odds, you've got to adopt a winner's mentality. See, that's how a champion wins. He adopts a winner's mentality. In other words, what is that, Apostle Beckton? A winner's mentality is, I am not a victim. I am not a loser. Will you say that with me? I am not a victim. I am not a loser. I am a victor. I'm going to win this thing. See, that's the mindset of that a champion has, that when I step out, I am going to win. I am not going to lose. I'm not going to walk off this court as a loser. I'm not going to walk off on this field as a loser, but I'm going to walk off as a winner. So this, ladies and gentlemen, starts with you and it ends with you. It starts with you and it ends with you. What are you saying, Apostle MB? Listen here. Listen, success starts with you, but failure can start with you also. So what you've got to make up in your mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'm on the winning side. I'm not a part of the losing group. I'm on the winning side. So I've got to adopt a mentality. I got to adopt a winner's mentality, that even before it started, I've already won it. There's a portion in the Bible in the Old Testament of a young boy. He had just come to the forefront by the name of David. We know David. David ended up, he did a lot of things, made a lot of mistakes, but yet still at the end of the day, the Bible said David was a man after his own heart. David, at the beginning of us finding who he was, after being consecrated by Samuel and anointed by Samuel, David, under the direction of his father Jesse, sends him to the battlefield. And the battlefield was raging, and 3 of his brothers was on the battlefield. And the children of Israel, the Bible said, was on one mountain, and the Philistines was on the other. And and there was a Philistine champion that stepped out every day for 40 days and stood in the valley and cried, "Send me your champion." And when this little boy David shows up, David sees him, hears him, and questions what will happen to the man that defeats him. David had a whole different perspective, while including the King Saul, who was almost as tall as this giant was, who should have been in the battle in the valley fighting this giant, but yet he was up on the mountain with fear, just like the rest of his soldiers were. And yet this little boy David wanted to know what will happen. What will happen What will I receive if the man destroys this giant? And they looked at him and said, listen, you can't do this here. You just a little boy. This man here, he's been a champion ever since from his youth. And David said, I can do this. His mentality, he had adopted a winner's mentality. End of the story. The giant failed. David cut his head off. And that ended the story. And David became the champion for the people of God. What is it that's facing you today? What is it that's challenging you? What is it that's coming against you? Whether it's your finances, whether it's your health, whether it's your mental stability, whether it's in your family or whatever it is. What is it challenging you? What is it that's coming after you? Change your mentality. Don't be afraid. See, fear operates in your mind. And when you have a fearful or a victim mentality, fear operates and control that. But listen here, a person that adopts a mentality of a victor, that I'm coming out victorious, that person, hear me well, that person has a faith mentality. I know I'm outsized. I know I'm outstrength. I know I'm outskilled. But listen here, I've got God on my side, and I ain't trying to preach to you this morning, but I need for somebody to hear me this morning that you got God on your side. And as long as you've got God on your side, ladies and gentlemen, you will come out a champion. You will come out victorious. Let me give you 4 points, and I'm done for today. Listen here, this starts and this ends with you. Say with me again, I am a champion. Look at this here. To be a champion, what a champion? Champions are, one, they're committed. Champions are committed. Stay loyal to the cause. Number 2, champions are disciplined. Giving up things so that you might be able to have. I watch these athletes, and these athletes, ladies and gentlemen, they are, oh my God, they are disciplined. They are disciplined. In order to accomplish what they need to do, they are disciplined. And then you got to be, 3, you got to be consistent. You got to stay on course. You got to stay on course. Guys, you can't be up today and tomorrow, you're back down. You got to stay consistent. You got to stay consistent. And point number 4, you got to have faith. You got to have faith. That's your belief system. You got to have faith. If you're going to accomplish, and if you're going to literally become and walk in the steps and the foots and receive the reward of a champion, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to have faith. You've got to have faith. You've got to have a belief system. I believe God. I believe God. That's what David stood on. I believe God. And when you do that, you'll see some great things happen. Guys, you are a champion. There is a champion in you. So this week, as you move on today, and this week as you move on, guys, walk in it, believe in it. Whatever comes against you this week, I'm a champion. That means I have already won this thing. And if you'll do that, you'll see some great results happening in your life. Guys, that's all I have. I hope you have a fantastic day and an exceptional week. Be safe out there amidst this pandemic. It's still raging and trying to rage back up. Be safe, protect yourselves, and continue to do what you need to do to keep yourself safe. Until we get together again, I pray God's peace and blessings be upon your life. Shalom.